Police in Turkey have recovered a Bible thought to be 1,000 years old. The holy book, which was found in the central Turkish city.
Israeli archaeologists working to prevent caves in the area from being looted filmed the moment of their discovery. They'd found ancient verses from the books of the prophets Zechariah and Nahum in the Hebrew Bible.
Imagine a book so ancient, so profound, that it was revered during the first 700 years of church history, only to vanish from sight, hidden from the world for centuries. This mysterious text, known as the Book of Enoch, was rediscovered in the 1700s in the Ethiopian region of Abyssinia. But why was it lost? What secrets did it hold that were deemed too dangerous to share? The Book of Enoch unveils a reality beyond human comprehension, revealing knowledge so terrifying it shook the foundations of early Christianity. Its revelations, dark, mysterious, and at odds with prevailing beliefs, left priests and scholars trembling in fear. Ordinary readers were left forever changed, some even driven to madness by the overwhelming truths contained within its pages. This isn't just a forgotten text, it's a gateway to knowledge that could reshape everything we think we know about the human race. Stay with us as we unravel the spine-chilling mysteries hidden in this 2,000-year-old book and uncover why it continues to haunt the hearts and minds of those who dare to read it.
Now, this is quite a discovery. Fragments of a biblical scroll, along with other relics, have been found in desert caves in Israel.
Turkish authorities have confirmed that an ancient Bible thought to be 1,500 years old.
The Book of Enoch, an enigmatic and ancient text, has fascinated scholars, theologians, and even modern podcasters like Joe Rogan. Its rediscovery in Ethiopia in 1773 brought it back into the spotlight, yet its origins and contents remain a source of intrigue and controversy. Attributed to Enoch, the biblical figure who was the son of Jared, the text is considered pseudepigraphical, meaning it was written under a false name to lend it authority. Despite being dismissed by many clerics as non-canonical, the Book of Enoch continues to capture the imagination of those searching for deeper truths about humanity's origins, the cosmos, and the battle between good and evil. The text was first brought to modern attention by James Bruce, a Scottish explorer renowned for his quest to uncover ancient knowledge. During his travels to Abyssinia, modern-day Ethiopia, Bruce acquired a copy of the Book of Enoch written in Ge'ez, an ancient Ethiopian language. This discovery was revolutionary, as it revived interest in a work that had largely vanished from mainstream religious discourse by the end of the 4th century. Fragments of the Book of Enoch were later found among the Dead Sea Scrolls in the Qumran caves, confirming its significance in Second Temple Judaism and early Christianity. The Book of Enoch is part of a broader collection of pseudepigraphical works attributed to biblical figures such as Adam, Shem, and the 12 patriarchs. These texts provide valuable insights into the diversity of religious beliefs during the Second Temple period, demonstrating that Judaism in Palestine was far from monolithic. The Book of Enoch is particularly notable for its apocalyptic themes, which influenced the development of early Christian eschatology. Despite its profound impact, the text fell out of favor with the early Christian church, which deemed its revelations heretical and relegated it to obscurity. Bruce's rediscovery of the Book of Enoch was not merely a scholarly pursuit, it also intersected with his Masonic beliefs. Freemasons venerate Enoch as the founder of written language and a pivotal figure in their traditions. Bruce's acquisition of the text was initially seen as a validation of Masonic lore. However, the contents of the book presented a far more unsettling narrative, suggesting that the devil, often seen as humanity's adversary, may have once been a source of wisdom and guidance. This controversial idea, coupled with the book's vivid imagery of fallen angels, giants, and cosmic upheaval, ensured its suppression during Bruce's lifetime. The Book of Enoch begins with a grim vision of the end times, describing the earth being torn apart and the final judgment of sinful humanity. It introduces the Watchers, a group of 200 angels tasked with observing the world. These celestial beings, however, descended to earth and succumbed to their desires for human women, taking them as wives. Their union produced the Nephilim, or giants, who wreaked havoc on the earth, consuming resources and eventually turning to cannibalism. The Watchers did not merely corrupt humanity through their offspring. They also introduced forbidden knowledge. They taught women the arts of charms, spells, and herbalism, perpetuating a stereotype of women as deceivers. Men, on the other hand, were instructed in metallurgy, leading to the creation of weapons and the onset of warfare. The Watchers' actions plunged humanity into chaos, and their attempts to shift blame onto Azazel, a scapegoat figure often depicted with goat-like features, did little to absolve them of their guilt. This narrative reflects elements of Babylonian mythology, blending tales of divine rebellion with apocalyptic visions. Joe Rogan, a vocal advocate of exploring the book's implications, suggests that its myths offer answers to enduring scientific and philosophical questions. He has hosted numerous discussions on his podcast, inviting scientists and scholars to unpack the text's profound themes of power, corruption, and the struggle for redemption. The original manuscript of the Book of Enoch disappeared by the 4th century, but fragments survived in various languages, including Greek, Latin, Syriac, and Aramaic. Its preservation in Ethiopia, where it remained a part of the Ethiopian Orthodox canon, is a testament to the region's rich religious heritage. The text's re-emergence in the modern era owes much to the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the mid-20th century. These scrolls, hidden in clay jars in the Judean desert, included portions of the Book of Enoch, reigniting interest in its theological and historical significance. Despite its exclusion from most biblical canons, the Book of Enoch has left an indelible mark on religious thought. Its vivid depictions of fallen angels, cosmic battles, and divine judgment resonate with themes found in later apocalyptic literature. The book's portrayal of Enoch as a prophet taken to heaven to learn the secrets of the universe has also inspired speculation about his role in bridging the earthly and divine realms. The Book of Enoch's controversial narrative has made it a subject of intense debate. Critics argue that its attribution to Enoch, a figure mentioned briefly in the Bible as the 7th patriarch before the flood, is implausible given the text's composition long after his presumed lifetime. Others dismiss it as ancient fan fiction, a creative elaboration on the biblical account of Genesis. However, proponents contend that the book provides valuable insights into the spiritual and cultural milieu of its time. One of the most contentious aspects of the Book of Enoch is its depiction of the devil as a complex figure. The idea that the devil was once a mentor to humanity challenges conventional theological views, suggesting a more nuanced understanding of good and evil. This perspective aligns with Gnostic interpretations of Scripture, which emphasize the duality of divine and demonic forces. In the modern era, the Book of Enoch continues to intrigue a diverse audience. Scholars examine it for its historical and theological significance, while conspiracy theorists and pop culture enthusiasts mine its pages for hidden truths. Joe Rogan's endorsement of the book underscores its appeal to those seeking alternative perspectives on spirituality and science. The book's apocalyptic imagery and exploration of divine mysteries resonate with contemporary concerns about the future of humanity and the nature of existence. The Book of Enoch remains a testament to the enduring power of ancient texts to provoke thought and debate. Its rediscovery and subsequent analysis highlight the complexities of interpreting religious and historical narratives. Whether viewed as a heretical work or a treasure trove of esoteric wisdom, the Book of Enoch challenges readers to grapple with the profound questions of life, faith, and the cosmos.
In these scrolls, we find biblical manuscripts, copies of the Bible that are 1,000 years older than any previously known copy of the Bible, as well as a treasure trove of documents that we had never seen before.
The story of the Book of Enoch unfolds against the backdrop of a world descending into chaos, where humanity's moral fabric is unraveling. Warring men and destructive giants roam the earth, and crafty women add to the complexities of the narrative. God, in his infinite wisdom, determines that the earth must be cleansed. Amid this impending doom, Noah receives a divine warning about an apocalyptic flood. He begins the arduous task of constructing an ark to preserve life. The plot, however, takes a sudden and unexpected turn when Enoch is taken up to heaven with little explanation. There, God assigns him a critical and grave mission: to condemn the Watchers, a group of rebellious angels destined to spend eternity as demons. During this celestial encounter, God establishes purgatory, a realm where the souls of all people will remain until Judgment Day. In the subsequent passages, God takes Enoch on a profound journey, unveiling visions of the end times. These apocalyptic revelations bear striking similarities to the prophetic visions in the books of Daniel and Revelation. Interestingly, in Enoch's narrative, these visions appear much earlier than their placement at the end of the Bible. God and Enoch name individuals, calling out their impending doom with unflinching clarity. In this extraordinary journey, Enoch is empowered by God, elevated to the role of leader of the archangels, and given the name Metatron. This transformation underscores the unique and pivotal role Enoch plays in the divine narrative. The Book of Enoch is a treasure trove of compelling stories, encompassing themes of angelic rebellion, forbidden knowledge, and cosmic consequences. Among its many narratives, the most fascinating is the account of the fallen angels who defied divine law by engaging in intimate relationships with human women. This union resulted in the birth of the Nephilim, a race of giant offspring whose existence significantly disrupted the natural order. The fallen angels, known as the Watchers, not only corrupted humanity through these illicit unions, but also imparted forbidden knowledge, accelerating humanity's moral and spiritual decline. This advanced knowledge ultimately led to the Great Flood, a divine act of cleansing and judgment. The term Nephilim translates to fallen ones, and they are often described as giants. This characterization originates from the first Book of Enoch. However, the source of their immense size remains a topic of debate. Some scholars attribute their gigantism to their supernatural heritage, while others argue that angels or demons lack the capability to procreate with humans. An alternative theory suggests that the Nephilim were not supernatural beings, but ordinary people who deviated from the righteous path. This interpretation posits that the sons of God, mentioned in Genesis 6:1-4, were descendants of Seth, a righteous member of Adam's lineage, and that the Nephilim were members of Seth's family who turned away from God. The Book of Enoch is divided into 5 distinct sections: the Book of Watchers, the Book of Parables, the Astronomical Book, the Dream Visions, and the Epistles of Enoch. These sections collectively span 100 chapters, each contributing to the book's rich tapestry of otherworldly beings, divine judgment, and profound revelations. Among these, the Book of Watchers stands out as particularly captivating. It provides a detailed account of angelic beings who defied their divine mandate, engaging in forbidden interactions with humanity. These Watchers, also referred to as the Sons of God or Sons of Heaven, play a central role in Enoch's narrative. In Chapter 7 of the Book of Watchers, the Watchers are portrayed as heavenly beings tasked with observing humanity from a distance, guiding their early development without direct interference. Their divine responsibility was clear. They were to watch over human progress without engaging with mankind. However, as humanity grew in number, the beauty of human women captivated the Watchers, stirring desires within them. Overwhelmed by their attraction, these angelic beings deliberated among themselves and ultimately chose to abandon their divine duty. They descended to earth, took human women as wives, and engaged in relationships that violated the boundaries set by God. Samyaza, or Samsa, the leader of the Watchers, expressed grave concern about the consequences of their actions. He warned his fellow Watchers that their transgressions would lead to severe divine punishment, and he feared that he alone would bear the brunt of this judgment. Despite his caution, the other Watchers reassured him of their solidarity, vowing to share the burden of any repercussions. Their collective decision led to the descent of 200 Watchers upon Earth, each driven by desire. They took human women as their wives, an act that profoundly disrupted the natural and divine order. The leaders among the Watchers are named in the Book of Enoch, highlighting their roles in this rebellion. They imparted forbidden knowledge to their human wives, teaching them sorcery, incantations, and secrets of the natural world, such as the use of roots. This transfer of divine knowledge was a direct violation of God's will, as these mysteries were not intended for human comprehension. By revealing these secrets, the Watchers not only defiled humanity through physical relations, but also corrupted them spiritually and intellectually. This betrayal of divine trust had far-reaching consequences, setting the stage for chaos and destruction. The union of the Watchers and human women resulted in the birth of the Nephilim, hybrids of angelic and human nature. The identity and nature of the Nephilim have been subjects of extensive debate. Genesis 6:1-4 provides some insight, describing the Nephilim as present on earth in those days and afterward, when the sons of God took the daughters of men as their wives. These offspring were described as mighty beings, heroes of old, and men of renown. While interpretations vary, a general consensus emerges. The Nephilim were powerful beings whose existence symbolized a rebellion against the divine order, leading to further chaos in the world. Some modern commentators, including figures like Joe Rogan, have drawn parallels between the Watchers' descent to Earth and contemporary discussions of extraterrestrial beings. However, the Book of Enoch paints a vivid picture of the Nephilim as giants who began to consume all that humanity had built. Chapter 8 introduces Azazel, one of the Watchers, who plays a pivotal role in this narrative. Azazel is depicted as a corrupter of humanity, teaching humans the art of warfare and other destructive practices. His actions, along with those of his fellow Watchers, contribute to the moral and spiritual decay that prompts God's decision to cleanse the earth through the flood. The Book of Enoch's rich tapestry of stories weaves together themes of divine judgment, human frailty, and the consequences of rebellion against God. The Watchers' defiance, the birth of the Nephilim, and the imparting of forbidden knowledge serve as cautionary tales, warning of the dangers of straying from divine law. Enoch's role as a prophet and intermediary between God and humanity underscores the importance of faith and obedience in the face of temptation and chaos. Ultimately, the Book of Enoch provides a profound exploration of the relationship between the divine and the human, offering insights into the mysteries of the cosmos and the eternal struggle between good and evil. Its narratives continue to captivate readers, sparking debates about their historical, theological, and cultural significance. Whether viewed as scripture, mythology, or allegory, the Book of Enoch remains a timeless testament to the complexities of faith and the enduring quest for understanding the divine.
The ancient Book of Enoch is a book that was quite popular during the first 700 years of church history, but then faded from sight. Nobody republished it. It disappeared until the Book of Enoch was rediscovered in the Ethiopian region of Abyssinia in the 1700s.
The Watchers, celestial beings mentioned in the Book of Enoch, introduced humanity to knowledge and practices that significantly altered human life and morality. Among them, Azazel stands out for teaching men the use of swords, knives, and the arts of warfare, thus introducing violence and conflict into human society. Other Watchers shared forbidden secrets of heaven, including incantations, sorcery, and celestial sciences. Azazel also introduced the use of paints, stones, and dyes, enabling mankind to manipulate and adorn their surroundings. However, these teachings led to moral degradation, increasing impiety, fornication, and corruption. The dissemination of astrology, science, and astronomy by other watchers, though enlightening, ultimately contributed to humanity's downfall as the earth became consumed by chaos. This corruption prompted the archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel to intervene. Witnessing the devastation from heaven, they went before God, primarily holding Azazel accountable for his corrupting influence. They also accused Samyaza, leader of the Watchers, of teaching sorcery and fathering ungodly giants through relations with human women. These giants further exacerbated the disorder on earth. The archangels pleaded with God for guidance to restore balance and righteousness. In response, as recorded in chapter 10 of the Book of Enoch, God instructed Uriel to inform Noah, the son of Lamech, about the impending flood that would cleanse the earth of its corruption. Uriel guided Noah on how to build an ark and preserve his lineage for the future. God then commanded Raphael to bind Azazel and cast him into the darkness of the underworld as a punishment for his transgressions. The Book of Parables, a unique section within the Book of Enoch, provides further insights into these events and their implications. Unlike other portions of Enoch's writings, no fragments of the Book of Parables have been discovered among the Dead Sea Scrolls. This text holds a significant connection to the Beta Israel community, who are believed to have carried it south from Egypt to Cush and later to the Ethiopian highlands. The Book of Parables was likely part of their collection before 200 BC, predating their adoption of the Orit, a holy book based on an early Greek version of the Septuagint. The origin of the Book of Parables is a topic of scholarly debate. Some argue that it is a Christian-era text written between 50 and 200 AD, but this view often stems from a Christian interpretive lens. For example, the frequent use of the term Son of Man in the text has been misinterpreted by some as a reference to Jesus Christ. However, a closer examination reveals that this term refers to Seth, the patriarch of humanity following the flood, and not to Jesus. The Hebrew phrase Ben Adam, Son of Man, is also translated as Son of Adam, underscoring its connection to Seth rather than the Messiah. The Book of Parables opens with a genealogical introduction in chapter 37, followed by 3 distinct parables. These parables differ from the allegorical stories told by Jesus, containing oracle-like material instead. Chapters 38 to 44 focus on divine judgment, 45 to 57 address the fate of those who deny the Lord's name, and 58 to 59 discuss the destiny of the elect. The final chapters enrich the narrative with legendary elements about Enoch's ascension into heaven. Chapter 38 introduces the theme of an impending judgment for both the righteous and the unrighteous. The text foretells the emergence of a righteous community and the downfall of worldly sinners. A leader, referred to as the Righteous One, will unveil hidden truths, leading to the demise of earthly kings. This concept echoes New Testament passages, such as Mark 14:21, where Judas's betrayal is condemned. Similar themes appear in later Jewish texts, like 4 Ezra, which describes torment for sinners in Hades. In chapter 39, Enoch experiences a divine whirlwind that transports him from earth to heaven. There, he witnesses the dwelling places of the righteous among the angels. This celestial abode, situated under the wings of the Lord of Spirits, is a realm of eternal praise. Enoch encounters the elect one of righteousness and faith, likely the same figure as the righteous one mentioned earlier. Enoch responds with awe and praise. Enoch's vision also includes a multitude of angels and 4 figures who never slumber. These 4, resembling the beings described in Revelation 4:5, stand on the 4 sides of the Lord of Spirits and are surrounded by a vast assembly. The 4 are identified as Michael, the merciful and forbearing; Raphael, who oversees disease and healing; Gabriel, who governs power and strength; and Phanuel, the guardian of those who seek eternal life. Chapter 41 delves into the secrets of heaven, revealing cosmic mechanisms and the moral evaluation of human actions. Enoch witnesses the celestial bodies, the sun and the moon, operating under divine command. Chapter 42 continues the theme of divine wisdom, portraying wisdom as a personified entity seeking a home among humanity, but ultimately returning to dwell with the angels due to mankind's unworthiness. The Book of Parables culminates in chapters 72 to 82, collectively known as the Astronomical Book. This section offers a detailed exploration of ancient astronomy and its religious implications. Enoch is tasked with understanding the cosmos, specifically determining the precise length of a year. In chapter 81, he examines the tablets of heaven, which contain records of all future events. Guided by the angel Uriel, Enoch discovers that the true astronomical year comprises 364 days. This revelation, communicated directly by Uriel, is deemed accurate and carries significant religious weight. Enoch transmits this astronomical knowledge to his son Methuselah in chapter 82, emphasizing its divine origin. While the detailed study of celestial movements might seem esoteric to modern readers, it underscores the interplay between divine revelation and human understanding in ancient religious thought. The Book of Parables, within the broader context of the Book of Enoch, provides a profound narrative about divine judgment, human corruption, and celestial mysteries. It bridges themes of morality, prophecy, and cosmic order, offering unique insights into ancient theological perspectives. Biblical scholar John Collins sheds light on the profound significance of precise calendrical calculations in ancient religious practices. According to Collins, the purpose of certain scriptural sections was to prevent sins arising from calendrical errors. Accurate worship, in this view, hinges on a precise understanding of heavenly mechanics. The central contention of these texts revolves around the year's length, with an entire section dedicated to validating a 364-day calendar over the more common 360-day calendar. This seemingly arcane debate was far from trivial in the first century. It carried crucial implications for religious observances, particularly the timing of festivals and sacred rites. This issue holds considerable weight, not just in New Testament scholarship, but also in the study of the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Qumran community, known for their rigorous adherence to the calendar, believed that celebrating Passover on the incorrect day was a serious transgression. They condemned the priestly elite for their use of the 360-day calendar, choosing instead to follow the 364-day calendar endorsed by the Book of Enoch. The alignment of the Book of Enoch with this 364-day calendar may explain its special status among the Qumran sect. For them, precise calendrical calculations were not merely a matter of accuracy, but a crucial aspect of spiritual fidelity. The difference between a 360-day and a 364-day year could mark the boundary between divine favor and spiritual error. This underscores why the Book of Enoch was so valued in their community and highlights the broader significance of ancient astronomical knowledge in shaping religious practices and beliefs. The Book of Enoch is a mysterious and controversial text that offers a glimpse into the ancient world, revealing a tapestry of religious, philosophical, and cosmological beliefs. From the fall of the Watchers and the birth of the Nephilim to the secrets of heaven and the coming judgment, the book provides a rich and complex narrative. While its origins and authorship remain debated, the Book of Enoch offers valuable insights into the diverse religious landscape of the Second Temple period. It challenges prevailing religious narratives, offering alternative perspectives on the nature of good and evil, the origins of humanity, and the divine plan. Despite its controversial nature and dismissal by clerical scholars, the Book of Enoch continues to captivate and intrigue readers. Its revelations offer a glimpse into a world long forgotten, inviting exploration of the depths of human imagination and the enduring power of ancient wisdom. Before the time of Jesus, Jewish communities considered some scrolls extraordinarily significant. However, when the Bible was being compiled, some of these scrolls were excluded. Among these excluded works, fragments of a book called the Book of Ezra have been discovered, containing eerie elements not found in the canonical Bible. The Book of Ezra holds a special place as a key part of the Hebrew Bible, often referred to as the 15th gem in its literary treasure chest. The Hebrew Bible is neatly organized into 3 sections: the Law, the Prophets, and the Writings. The Law serves as the foundation, comprising the first 5 books that set the stage for everything else. The Prophets follow, a group of 8 books split into 2 categories, those recounting earlier events and those focusing on later occurrences. Finally, the Writings section includes a mix of religious poems, wisdom teachings, and historical accounts. This is where texts such as Psalms, Proverbs, Job, and books like Daniel, Ezra, Nehemiah, and Chronicles reside. Within the Hebrew Bible, Ezra and Nehemiah are nestled together in the Writings section. They originally existed as one unified book called Ezra. However, scholars like Origen and Jerome decided to separate them sometime between the 3rd and 4th centuries AD. It wasn't until the 15th century that the Hebrew Bible officially recognized them as 2 distinct books. The authorship of Ezra and Nehemiah remains uncertain. Tradition often attributes these works to Ezra, a skilled scribe who is also thought to have authored 1 and 2 Chronicles. This theory gains traction considering Ezra might have had more time to write compared to Nehemiah, who was a busy leader. The book's detailed accounts, heartfelt prayers, and official records suggest that the author was someone directly involved in the events they describe. Ezra and Nehemiah team up to narrate a historical saga, chronicling the Jewish people's journey of restoration following their exile in Babylon. The books trace their path from 538 BC, when they were permitted to return home, to 430 BC, when Jerusalem's walls were rebuilt. These writings serve as a lasting testament to God's providence during challenging times, showcasing how He guided the Jewish people through their struggles despite their imperfections. The narrative unfolds in 2 distinct parts. The first part covers the initial return to Jerusalem and the rebuilding of the temple, spanning the years 539 to 516 BC. The second part highlights Ezra and Nehemiah's efforts to rebuild Jerusalem's walls, which took place between 458 and 430 BC. Altogether, these books cover more than 120 years, recounting the Jews' exile in Babylon and God's promise to bring them back after 70 years. The significance of these texts extends beyond historical recounting. They encapsulate themes of perseverance, divine guidance, and the importance of faithfulness to God's commands. By examining these ancient works, modern readers can gain insights into the challenges and triumphs of a people striving to rebuild their identity and faith amidst adversity. The meticulous preservation of these accounts underscores the importance of memory and tradition in sustaining a community's spiritual and cultural identity. In conclusion, texts like the Book of Enoch and the Book of Ezra reveal the intricate interplay between religious beliefs, astronomical knowledge, and historical narratives in shaping ancient societies. They invite us to explore the profound connections between spirituality, human ingenuity, and the quest for understanding our place in the cosmos. These writings continue to inspire and challenge readers, reminding us of the enduring power of ancient wisdom and its relevance in today's world.
In these scrolls, we find biblical manuscripts, copies of the Bible that are 1,000 years older than any previously known copy of the Bible, as well as a treasure trove of documents that we had never seen before.
Now, this is quite a discovery. Fragments of a biblical scroll, along with other relics, have been found in desert caves in Israel.
Turkish authorities have confirmed that an ancient Bible thought to be 1,500 years old.
In the depths of history, a mysterious text vanished from sight, hidden away for centuries. That is, until the 1700s, when the ancient Book of Enoch was rediscovered in the Ethiopian region of Abyssinia. This long-forgotten manuscript sent shockwaves through the early Christian church, leaving everyone who encountered it trembling in fear, priests included. The secret knowledge within its pages sparked expeditions that drove many to madness, while those who managed to keep their sanity were never the same again. So, what exactly is in this enigmatic book? How does Joe Rogan explain its mind-bending content? And just how did it have the power to unravel the minds of those who sought it out? Strap in, because we're diving deep into the mysteries of the Book of Enoch. We are Jesus' eternal aura. In today's video, you will have appropriate answers to all the questions above. Before you know what happened, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and click the bell icon for all the latest updates.
The ancient Book of Enoch is a book that was quite popular during the first 700 years of church history, but then faded from sight. Nobody republished it. It disappeared until the Book of Enoch was rediscovered in the Ethiopian region of Abyssinia in the 1700s.
The Book of Enoch is a mysterious and ancient text that has captivated scholars and mystics alike for centuries. Discovered in 1773 by the Scottish explorer James Bruce in Abyssinia, modern-day Ethiopia, the book is also known as the Ethiopic Book of Enoch. It is a pseudepigraphical work, meaning it is falsely attributed to a notable figure, in this case, Enoch, the son of Jared. The true author wrote the book under Enoch's name to give it an authority it might not have otherwise possessed. The Book of Enoch has garnered attention not only for its esoteric content, but also for its complicated history. Joe Rogan, a well-known media personality, has expressed a particular interest in this ancient text, describing it as containing essential truths that have been suppressed by politics and the human struggle for power. Rogan's discussions with various scientists on his podcast have further fueled the intrigue surrounding the book. The Book of Enoch is part of a larger body of pseudepigraphical literature, which includes other works such as the Life of Adam and Eve, the Treatise of Shem, and the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. These texts provide significant evidence that Judaism during the Second Temple period in Palestine was not monolithic, but rather a diverse collection of beliefs and practices. The Book of Enoch, in particular, is notable for its apocalyptic themes, which would later influence early Christian thought. The original manuscript of the Book of Enoch disappeared at the end of the 4th century, but portions of it have been found in Greek, Latin, Syriac, and Aramaic since the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls. The question of who found the book and why it was hidden has intrigued historians and theologians alike. James Bruce's discovery of the Book of Enoch was both a remarkable and controversial event. Bruce, a Scottish scholar and explorer, was in search of ancient relics and knowledge when he stumbled upon the text. He had hoped to find a book that would preserve the secrets of ancient rites, but instead, he uncovered what some believe to be an ancient depiction of the devil's origins. The Book of Enoch was denounced by early church fathers and was preserved only in fragments within the ancient Ethiopian language of Ge'ez. This text offers a narrative that no establishment of the time wished to see credited. Rooted in esoteric Jewish thought, the Book of Enoch suggests that the figure of the devil may have once been humanity's ally and mentor. This idea was radical and controversial, especially in a time when Britain was engaged in territorial conflicts and religious tensions were high. Bruce's journey took him through various parts of the ancient world, including Alexandria, Thebes, and Cairo, before he arrived in the former Ethiopian capital of Gondar in 1770. While ostensibly in search of the Blue Nile, Bruce was also on a quest to find the Book of Enoch. His interest in the ancient Ethiopian language and his willingness to travel to a region known for its hostility towards outsiders have led some to speculate that Bruce was motivated by more than just scientific curiosity. Bruce was a member of the Canongate kill-winning Masonic Lodge, and some believe that his search for the Book of Enoch was influenced by Masonic beliefs. Freemasons equate Enoch with the Egyptian deity Thoth, who is considered the founder of written language. Bruce's discovery of the Book of Enoch, therefore, could have been seen as a validation of Masonic beliefs that they were the true inheritors of ancient wisdom. However, what Bruce found in the Book of Enoch was far more perplexing. The text challenges the conventional understanding of the devil as the antagonist in the story of humanity's fall. Instead, it suggests that the source of wisdom may have originated from beings whom the Hebrew deity sought to destroy during the flood. This narrative, which implies that creativity and knowledge were not gifts from God, but rather from rebellious angels, was considered heretical by both religious and social authorities at the time. As a result, the Book of Enoch never found a place in canonized Christianity and remained unpublished during Bruce's lifetime. To have made such a story public would have caused massive unrest, as it contradicted the established religious and cultural beliefs of the time. Despite its rich imagery and profound implications, the Book of Enoch continues to be a footnote in history, often overshadowed by other religious texts. The story of the Book of Enoch does not end with Bruce's discovery. In 1946-1947, the Dead Sea Scrolls were found in a cave near the ancient settlement of Qumran, located on the northwest coast of the Dead Sea, in what is now known as the West Bank. The scrolls were discovered by a group of Bedouin boys tending to their sheep. One of the boys threw a rock into a cliff opening, only to hear the sound of shattering pottery. Upon investigating, they found several large clay jars, 7 of which contained leather and papyrus scrolls. These scrolls, which included fragments of the Book of Enoch, were repurchased by antiquities dealers and scholars. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls has provided invaluable insights into the religious beliefs and practices of the time, further solidifying the significance of the Book of Enoch in the study of ancient texts and early Judaism. The Book of Enoch is a fascinating and complex text that continues to intrigue scholars, theologians, and mystics alike. Its discovery by James Bruce in Ethiopia, its controversial content, and its eventual rediscovery among the Dead Sea Scrolls all contribute to its enduring mystique. While the Book of Enoch may remain on the fringes of mainstream religious thought, its influence and significance cannot be denied. The Book of Enoch is an ancient text, believed to be around 2,000 years old, and consists of various fragments of scrolls that were discovered alongside other significant manuscripts. Despite its age and historical significance, many clerical scholars have dismissed the book, claiming it contains revelations that were not divinely inspired by God. The Book of Enoch was excluded from the Bible due to its controversial content, which includes a list of fallen angels, violent giants, strange cosmological facts, and mystical revelations. These elements have led to ongoing debates among scholars, with some believing that the stories in Enoch reflect Babylonian mythology. The Book of Enoch is attributed to Enoch, a figure mentioned in the Bible as the 7th patriarch in the line of Adam before the Great Flood. Enoch is often portrayed as a man who ascended to heaven by God's will to learn the secrets of the end of time. However, others view him as a product of ancient fan fiction, a character inserted into stories for dramatic effect. The book begins with an ominous description of the end times, detailing Earth's destruction and the final judgment of sinful men. This apocalyptic vision is one of the reasons the book was not included in the canonical Bible. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Book of Enoch is the introduction of mysterious creatures known as the Watchers. These 200 angels were initially tasked with observing human history, but they eventually became enamored with human women and descended to Earth to take them as wives. This union between angels and humans resulted in the birth of giants known as Nephilim, who were depicted as monstrous beings that devoured everything in their path, including people. The story of the Watchers and the Nephilim has been compared to modern fantasy tales like The Lord of the Rings, due to its epic scale and fantastical elements. The giants' rampage across the land caused widespread destruction, leading the Watchers to teach their human wives charms, spells, and herbology. This depiction continues the tradition of portraying women as deceivers, a theme that can be traced back to the stories of Eve and Lilith in the Bible. Meanwhile, the Watchers also shared knowledge of metallurgy with men, leading to the creation of weapons and armor, and eventually causing wars among humans. The chaos caused by the Watchers and their offspring led them to turn on one another, blaming a particular Watcher named Azazel, who is often depicted with goat-like features and is believed to be the origin of the term scapegoat. As the situation on Earth spiraled out of control, God decided to intervene by wiping the slate clean. Noah, who is given a divine warning about the imminent flood, begins constructing the ark. The narrative then takes a sudden turn, with Enoch appearing in heaven without much explanation. God charges Enoch with delivering judgment upon the Watchers, condemning them to spend eternity as demons. This part of the story also introduces the concept of purgatory, where the souls of all people are collected until Judgment Day. In the following passages, Enoch is taken on a journey through time and space, where God reveals to him the visions of the end of time. Many of these visions are reminiscent of the imagery found in the books of Daniel and Revelation, although they appear much earlier in the biblical timeline. During this journey, God and Enoch begin calling out individuals by name, condemning them to a fate without mercy. Enoch is empowered by God and transformed into the leader of the archangels named Metatron. The Book of Enoch is divided into several sections, with the first and most famous being the Book of the Watchers. This section focuses on the fallen angels, the Nephilim, and the events that led to the Great Flood. The Watchers, described as both the sons of God and the sons of heaven, were angelic beings who were initially assigned to observe human development without interfering. However, their desire for human women led them to break this rule, resulting in the birth of the Nephilim. The Book of Enoch also delves into the nature of the Nephilim. These giants are seen as a perverted mix of angels and humans, and their existence is used to explain the presence of other giants in the Bible, such as Goliath. The Nephilim are portrayed as violent and destructive, a direct consequence of the Watchers' rebellion against God. However, there is ongoing debate about the true nature of the Nephilim. Some believe they were supernatural beings, while others argue that they were simply humans who had strayed from the path of righteousness. In addition to the Book of the Watchers, the Book of Enoch contains other sections, including the Book of Parables, the Astronomical Book, the Dream Visions, and the Epistles of Enoch. These sections cover a wide range of topics, from celestial observations to prophetic visions. The book's detailed descriptions of the cosmos and its emphasis on the moral failings of both angels and humans have fascinated scholars and theologians for centuries. One of the most significant themes in the Book of Enoch is the idea of divine punishment. The Watchers, who were once trusted to observe humanity, are eventually condemned for their actions, serving as a warning to others who might consider defying God's will. This theme of judgment and retribution is a central element of the book and is echoed in other apocalyptic literature. Despite its exclusion from the Bible, the Book of Enoch remains an influential text, offering insights into the beliefs and myths of ancient cultures. Its stories of fallen angels, giants, and cosmic battles continue to captivate readers and inspire debates about the nature of good and evil, the role of divine beings, and the mysteries of the universe. While it may never be universally accepted as part of the biblical canon, the Book of Enoch endures as a powerful and thought-provoking work that challenges our understanding of the ancient world and its spiritual traditions. The story described in the text revolves around the mythological tale of the Watchers, a group of angels mentioned in the Book of Enoch, and their interactions with humans, leading to significant consequences for mankind. These angels, referred to as the sons of God, were originally tasked with observing humanity, but ultimately chose to interfere directly in human affairs, which led to catastrophic outcomes. The narrative begins by detailing how the Watchers, captivated by the beauty of mortal women, decided to descend to Earth and take these women as their wives. This decision was not without hesitation. The leader of the Watchers, Samyaza, sometimes spelled Samjaza, warned the others that their actions would bring severe punishment from God. Despite his caution, the other Watchers persuaded him to proceed, collectively agreeing to share the consequences of their transgression. A total of 200 Watchers descended to Earth, and their union with human women resulted in the birth of hybrid beings known as the Nephilim. The Nephilim are described in the Bible, particularly in Genesis 6:1-4, as giants who were heroes of old and men of renown. The Book of Enoch goes further, depicting these beings as destructive forces on Earth. The Nephilim, or giants, began to consume everything that humanity had built, eventually turning their violence on humans and even on each other. The tale continues by introducing Azazel, a significant figure among the Watchers. Azazel is credited with teaching mankind the arts of warfare, the use of weapons such as swords and knives, and the manipulation of the natural world through paints, stones, and dyes. His teachings, along with those of the other Watchers who introduced sorcery, incantations, and the knowledge of heavenly secrets, led to widespread corruption among humans. The actions of the Watchers, particularly Azazel, are said to have increased impiety and multiplied fornication, corrupting mankind in numerous ways. As humanity suffered under the influence of the Watchers and their offspring, the cries of the people reached the heavens. In response, the archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel looked down from heaven and saw the chaos unfolding on earth. They brought their concerns before God, placing much of the blame on Azazel and Samyaza. The archangels pointed out that Azazel had taught humanity all manner of iniquity and disclosed forbidden knowledge, while Samyaza had led the Watchers in their sinful actions. God, upon hearing this, decided to take action to restore order on earth. He instructed Uriel to warn Noah, the son of Lamech, about the impending destruction of the earth through a great flood. Uriel was to explain to Noah how to survive the flood and ensure the continuation of his lineage. Meanwhile, God commanded Raphael to bind Azazel hand and foot and cast him into the darkness by opening the desert of Dudiel, a region in the underworld. The text also touches on the Book of Parables, another section of the Book of Enoch. The Book of Parables is unique in that no fragments of it have been found among the Dead Sea Scrolls. It has traditionally been preserved by the Beta Israel community, who likely carried it from Egypt to Cush and later to the Ethiopian highlands. The origin of the Book of Parables is debated, with some scholars suggesting it is a Christian-era text written between 50 and 200 AD. However, the Beta Israel community's use of the book predates this period, and it likely formed part of their holy texts before 200 BC. The debate over the Book of Parables' origin stems from various pieces of evidence, much of which has been interpreted through a Christian lens by later translators. For instance, the phrase "Son of Man," which appears frequently in the Book of Parables, is often seen as a reference to Christian terminology. However, this interpretation is contested, with arguments that the text should not be viewed solely through a Christian perspective, as it existed in a different cultural and religious context. The story of the Watchers, a group of angels also referred to as the Sons of God, is an intriguing narrative that unfolds in the Book of Enoch. These angels, tasked with observing humanity, became enamored with the beauty of human women. This fascination led them to make a fateful decision. They chose to descend to earth and take these women as their wives, impregnating them and creating a race of beings that were neither fully angelic nor fully human. This act of defiance marked a significant departure from their original purpose, which was merely to watch over humanity without direct interference. The leader of the Watchers, known as Samyaza or Samjaza, initially expressed hesitation. He warned the other angels that their actions would lead to severe consequences, and that he, as their leader, would bear the brunt of the punishment from God. However, the other Watchers, emboldened by their shared desire, convinced him that they would all face the repercussions together. This pact among the Watchers resulted in their collective descent to Earth, where they took human wives and fathered children. These children, known as the Nephilim, were not ordinary beings. Described in various texts as giants, they were a hybrid of human and angelic nature. The Nephilim are mentioned in the Bible, specifically in Genesis 6:1-4, where they are referred to as heroes of old, men of renown. There is ongoing debate among scholars and theologians about the exact nature of the Nephilim, but the general consensus is that they were formidable beings who had a significant impact on the world. As the Nephilim grew in number, their presence on Earth led to chaos and destruction. They consumed the resources of humanity and eventually turned on each other, leading to widespread violence and bloodshed. The Watchers, in their time on Earth, also imparted forbidden knowledge to humanity. According to the Book of Enoch, these angels taught humans various forms of sorcery, incantations, and the use of plants and roots for magical purposes. This dissemination of knowledge, which was not meant for human understanding, further corrupted humanity. One of the most notable Watchers, Azazel, is specifically mentioned for his role in teaching humanity the art of warfare. He introduced the use of swords, knives, and other weapons, which led to an increase in violence and bloodshed. Azazel also taught humans about the use of cosmetics and dyes, allowing them to alter their appearance and manipulate their surroundings. The actions of Azazel and the other Watchers led to a rapid decline in morality and a significant increase in sin and corruption among humans. As the situation on Earth deteriorated, the cries of humanity reached the heavens. In response, the archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel observed the chaos and decided to take action. They approached God and reported the transgressions of the Watchers, particularly focusing on the actions of Azazel and Samyaza. They informed God of how Azazel had taught humanity iniquity and revealed secret knowledge that was meant to remain hidden. They also highlighted the actions of Samyaza, who had led the Watchers in their defiance of God's will. In response to the archangel's plea, God decided to cleanse the earth of the corruption that had been sown by the Watchers and their offspring. He instructed the archangel Uriel to warn Noah, the son of Lamech, of the impending flood that would destroy all life on earth. Noah was told to prepare an ark to save his family and the animals, ensuring the survival of life on earth after the flood. God then commanded the archangel Raphael to bind Azazel and cast him into the darkness. Azazel was to be imprisoned in a desert region known as Dudael, where he would remain until the final judgment. This act of binding Azazel was intended to prevent further corruption and to begin the process of restoring order to the world. The Book of Enoch, particularly the section known as the Book of Parables, offers a detailed account of these events. The Book of Parables is unique in that it does not have any fragments documented within the Dead Sea Scrolls, unlike other parts of the Book of Enoch. This has led to debates among scholars regarding its origins and authenticity. The text has been traditionally used by the Beta Israel community, a group of Ethiopian Jews who likely carried it south from Egypt to Cush and later to the Ethiopian highlands. The origin of the Book of Parables is widely debated, with some scholars suggesting that it was written during the Christian era, between 50 and 200 AD. However, this assumption is based on interpretations that apply Christian terminology to the text, which is not inherently Christian. For example, the phrase "Son of Man" is often seen as a reference to Jesus Christ in Christian texts, but in the Book of Parables, it is used in a different context. Despite these debates, the Book of Parables remains an important part of the broader Enochic literature, providing a vivid account of the Watchers, their fall from grace, and the subsequent events that shaped the early history of humanity. The story of the Watchers serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of defying divine order and the consequences of imparting forbidden knowledge to those who are not meant to possess it.